Hello, everybody. I'm BJ Cunningham of the Action Network, bringing you a pick from Friday at the NCAA tournament. Montana State taking on Kansas State in the 14-3 matchup. I love the Bobcats at plus 8.5. Kansas State largely benefited from being really good at home this season. They were 16-1 in Manhattan, but in away or neutral court games, they were just 7-9. And they're kind of a one-trick pony offensively. They're third in the country in terms of frequency of shot attempts at the rim, and they're the number one frequency back cutting team in the entire country. That's not going to work against Montana State, who is 6th in the country in points per possession allowed at the rim and 19th in points per possession allowed off of back cuts. Kansas State was also a very average three-point shooting team, only shooting about 34% from beyond the arc. And a lot of those were contested jumpers because they were outside the top 250 in open three-point rate. Montana State is a pretty decent three-point defense, so there's not really many advantages here for Kansas State offensively, and they've had turnover issues all season long. They have a 20% turnover rate, which is 299th in the country, and Montana State actually turns opponents over at a top 75 rate. So it's going to be a big-time struggle here for the Kansas State offense. And on the flip side, Montana State is a very, very well-experienced team. They have 4 upperclassmen in their starting 11, and they are also a team that needs to get to the rim and needs to get to the free throw line to be effective. A large percentage of their shots are coming at the rim, and they get to the free throw line at a top 5 rate in the country, which is actually an advantage against Kansas State, who is 298th in the country in free throw rate allowed. The biggest advantage Kansas State has defensively against most opponents, especially in the Big 12, is they're an elite three-point defense. They're allowing under 30% for the season, which is a top 15 rate in the country. Montana State doesn't take a lot of three-pointers at all, so the biggest advantage that Kansas State has been completely taken away by the Montana State offense. So I love the Bobcats. I think this is a wonderful matchup for them. They're going to be able to take away a lot of things that Kansas State does well offensively. So give me the Bobcats plus 8.5. Be sure to take advantage of FanDuel's latest promotions when placing your NCAA tournament bets this March.